NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Cleveland Browns. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Here's Carson. And 3 yards there, takes him to the 45.
Carson, the ball carrier.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack.
Wilson, sack.
Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Able to find a seam for 14 yards, but still now facing a 4th down after the scramble.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. It certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there, trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. This is one of the dangers of going for the punt block.
And you know before you even call going for the block, it's a risk-reward play. So many factors come into it. They went after it, and you know punters, when they do, they leave their leg up in the air an extra count or two, hoping someone comes into contact.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
From the 35 on 2nd down. Wilson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. On 1st down, it's Carson. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Browns.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. This is caught. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. DK Metcalf, 27 yards. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Seahawks 7, Browns 0. Jason Myers to get.
After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
It's a gain of
from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
1st down.
They toss it left side to Chubb. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
taken down.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Quandre Diggs on the tackle. A gain of 27 on the play.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Nothing.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. Rolling to his right. And that's caught by the tight end, Bryant. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
I like the design of that play, or shall I say the way it ended up. Quarterback ends up to the right side. You know, gets outside of the pocket. How about the tight end staying in his sight line and getting to that same part of the field, and they find each other for the completion.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Mayfield to throw it. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Mayfield finding Odell Beckham with a touchdown pass. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever. There it results in a touchdown. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
Now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
On 2nd down, here's Wilson. And they got the hook up. This is Olsen. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
He may try and run for this. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 39-yard line. B.J. Goodson there on the tackle.
The ball carrier.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this 1st half. The Browns D locked in on 3rd down, brings up 4th.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Browns drive about to get started, and it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. Able to pick up a healthy chunk of yards, 7-yard gain, but a tough 3rd and 9 upcoming. He'll have a first down past the 40. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a first down.
Ordinarily, 3rd down is a passing down, but how about that explosive run right there? And when you get a run like that, that means everything came together. Offensive linemen, they didn't just get to the first guys. They got to the second level to help downfield. And I've always said, any run over 7 yards means the wide receivers have done an excellent job blocking downfield.
First down, Mayfield. It's caught. Beckham. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
It's a gain of 25 yards.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. Mayfield now. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. Mayfield buying time to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Able to find a seam for 14 yards, but still now facing a 4th down after the scramble. And no field goal try here from the red zone offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. Running for it. Here's Chubb. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. Nick Chubb stops short. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll run the screen with Carson. He's got a first down and more past the 30. Finally taken down at the 32-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. From the gun, it's Wilson. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. The Browns drive about to get started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much.
Odell Beckham Jr. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham in the final seconds of the first half. And once again, the Browns are back in front.
Well, someone has a sense of the dramatic here, don't they? Scoring this late in the half to take the lead going into the locker room.
Now they just don't want to misstep misfortune on the next kickoff because there's still a little bit of time left on that clock.
Yeah, you do have to bring that up, don't you? In the NFL, every play is critical. And if you give up something cheap there, all that advantage they just gained goes right out the window.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Over first and 10. At their own 21-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you termed that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. The 30, 10, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, an 80-yard touchdown, and the Browns add on to their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
On 2nd and 7, Wilson. A quick target here, complete to Metcalf. 30.
That's just the start,
10.
baby.
5, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf, 77 yards. And the Seahawks able to make this a close game again.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that in the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Jason Myers.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after down as they nurse this small lead. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
The ball carrier.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. He's at the 30, 10, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his second touchdown of the afternoon, and the Browns add 6 to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the numbers. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. And the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
This will make it into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Draw play. This is Carson. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Heck of a play there by Olivier Vernon to get upfield and bring him down behind the line. They run again with Carson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long.
It's now 3rd down and long.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And he's got Lockett. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 40. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there.
That's another Seahawks. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Seahawks 18.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. 1st down. They'll run on 1st down. Carson. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 12-yard line.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. On 3rd down, Wilson. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. The rushing numbers for Wilson may be down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Seahawks have made this a 1-score game.
Jason Myers.
Solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Now, the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And again, it's Chubb. And some room to work. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
taken.
Well, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
A gain of 11 on the play.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
Intercepted.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or they want to take the big strike and go after it right now.
1st and 10.
On first down, it's Carson. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
2nd and 5.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Wilson connects with Tyler Lockett. And the Seahawks have once again taken the lead.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
A score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Bryant has it. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Mayfield to throw. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Over 30 yards there. And first down's on 3. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Seahawks take over first and...
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for this.
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are inside of the very spacious Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. Just as we were ready for air, it was the Colts emerging from the locker room to great fanfare here in Indy. They're ready to go as the Colts get set to match up with the New Orleans Saints. Here's Will Lutz ready to get this one started. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. Rivers is going to fake the give to Taylor and set up to throw it. That's complete to Jack Doyle, the tight end. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards right off the bat. And a quick first down.
44-yard line.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
The tackle made at
the tackle by Janoris Jenkins.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked up by Janoris Jenkins. Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their own 44. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
And the Saints first down.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. Oh, he's got some breathing room. The 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara, 46 yards. And the Saints have taken the early lead.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Saints 7, Colts 0. Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Taken in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
On 2nd and 7, Rivers. That's complete to the running back, Nyheim Hines. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They run with Hines. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Rivers here on target to Pascal, and he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. On 3rd down, Hines. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Here's Hines. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. You give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
From just shy of midfield, Rivers. Taken in by the tight end Doyle. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 29-yard line. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. First and 10, Taylor now. Tackle is made by Cameron Jordan.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
At the 23-yard line.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Rivers from the gun on 3rd down. And he'll find Pittman. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 12-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Quick throw into the hands of Pittman. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. A detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Working out of the gun, Rivers. And he's got it. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. From 13 yards out. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Good bounce-back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce-back, tremendous poise, confidence never lost, and obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
The game at 7. Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails, because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And not a whole lot doing there, as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
It's a gain of 8.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coaches' 2-minute drill.
And that will be incomplete.
This is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense.
Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
34-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
44-yard line.
Rivers now to throw on 1st down. The toss here completed to Pittman. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play there for Indy. 55 yards.
1-yard line.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll look to run with Taylor. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Colts have taken the lead. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7.
Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And we will not see a run back here from Harris.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play?
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Corey Willis in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Breeze. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. Jared Cook, the tight end, was the target. And it's 3rd down. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. This time they stay on the ground. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Jordan made the tackle.
And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
4th down after the New Orleans defense holds serve. Rodrigo Blankenship for the Colts field goal. Right hash mark, a 42-yard attempt. Blankenship's kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, CD, taking a step back, we're 2 weeks into the season, and you already kind of get the sense that teams are beginning to separate themselves. If you look at the 2-0 teams, and remember, 62% of 2-0 teams ultimately make the playoffs. But Baltimore, Kansas City, Green Bay, Seattle, just to name a few, they look really good.
They certainly do, and in a lot of ways, those are the teams that we expected to be 2-0 at this part of the season. I mean, it's no major surprise. But how about Arizona being 2-0 as well? People talked about them getting better in the offseason. I don't know how many of us thought they'd beat San Francisco in the opener. They did. Then they jumped on Washington this week, and they are 2-0 as well.
Now, on the other side of the spectrum, we know the not good news about teams that start 0-2. The Giants and the Jets both there, Detroit, Cincinnati. So, again, maybe some more predictable names.
Certainly, they are predictable. Again, not a surprise for most of them, although many thought Detroit would be improved at this point. But how about a team that's 0-2 that went through a little bit of a difficult offseason like the rest of us, but even more so because of players being gone? How about Houston being 0-2 right now? They won the division last year. I think that's a little bit unexpected right now, even though they had a tough opening schedule with Kansas City and Baltimore.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Shotgun now for Breeze. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
A gain of 14.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. He gets it to Thomas. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints are back within a score.
Well, let the natural light of today reflect that he has now gotten into the end zone 2 times.
Look at you. You're little Ralph Waldo Emerson, is that his name?
No, I was just going with the meteorologist. Said it was a day game. I'm here.
And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game.
Makes the score Colts 17, Saints 14.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Certainly not what they wanted there, so the football by rule comes out to the 40.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. A 1st down throw here for Rivers. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll run on 1st down. It's Hines, and he's going to be met at about the 43. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
We're okay. Round 80. 12.
From the gun, Rivers. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down.
First down, Saints.
On the ground, this is Kamara. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Alvin Kamara.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. From just shy of midfield, Breeze, and it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. A gain of 13, it's a first down. From the gun, it's Breeze. And this is Cook with a grab. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 more yards for him there. It's a first down. Breeze to throw. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll run it with Kamara. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow, wow. So many practices we watched over time where the offense works on scoring late in the game and finding a way to win, as we just saw there.
Just saw it right there. Now can they preserve that advantage that they just got? It's up and good to make it 21-17.
Makes the score Saints 21, Colts 17.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. 1 possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
It makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Rivers to throw. His throw caught at about the 5. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Zach Pascal with 9 seconds remaining. And the Colts are going to jump back in front. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead.
Makes the score Colts 24, Saints 21. Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown.
On the return, Deontay Harris. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Think back to 2015. Didn't we see Green Bay pull that off twice in the season? Once in the regular season, once in the playoffs. So stranger things have happened. It'd be interesting to see what the defensive strategy is about who they put on the field to try and knock that ball away.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Colts are winners as we say so long from Indianapolis. It's the NFL on EA Sports as you get a look inside Gillette Stadium here in Foxborough. All the success in New England over the last few decades, and this crowd has never been more enthusiastic. A moment ago, the Pats emerged from their locker room. They are set as they'll square off with the Indianapolis Colts. Here's the punter, Rigoberto Sanchez, on to get us started. And we are underway in Foxborough. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. On 1st and 10, Newton got a man open. That's Harry. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. Newton now to throw. Looking for Harry. He airs it out deep. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down.
Incomplete.
An early message that this secondary is going to be tested, because even though it fell incomplete, it almost felt like a warning shot to get things going.
And he's going to have the hook up here with Harry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Now a first down throw for Newton. And his throw here's incomplete. The intended receiver, Sony Michel, but it's going to be second down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Here now is second and 10, again from the 41. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. 46 yards.
At the 13-yard line.
From the 13 now, they work on first and 10.
They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Patriots drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. And they do exactly what they wanted to. Opening drive, they get into the end zone. They do it on the ground.
And not only is the person lugging the ball happy, of course, because he got it into the end zone, how about the offensive linemen and receivers who are blocking for him? They have to feel great about themselves, sticking it in the end zone on a running play.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Rivers and the Colts going to come up first and 10
at their own 23.
First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor.
And he did not want to go down there as he carries tacklers for a solid gain of 9.
He's brought down at the 31. A gain of 9. Brings up second and 1.
Rivers is going to fake the give to Taylor and set up to throw it.
It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
13, T.Y. Hilton.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards.
At the 43-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on second and 4.
Rivers on the money, complete. 20. T.Y. Hilton, nobody to beat. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton. 43 yards. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
Extra point.
It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
Rigoberto Sanchez.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down. So again from the 39, this time from the other side of the field. Here's 1st and 10. Going deep here for Edelman. And incomplete on the deep ball. Julian Edelman, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
54 Mike. Check. Watch 54.
They'll run out of the gun with Michelle. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And he'll have his man, that's Edelman. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 21. These two teams all tied after one. On 1st down, it's Newton. And he fires to Edelman, complete on the comebacker. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
It's a gain of 9.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll turn to Michelle as they go back to the ground. And once again, this Colts defense stops him behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Brings up 3rd down.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it. Here's Michelle. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Now Newton on 1st down. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. From 10 yards out. And the Patriots have taken the lead. On for the extra point is Folk.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
Makes the score Patriots 14, Colts 7.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this carries into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5.
Rivers going to give this one to Taylor. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Finding Hilton on the slant. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A gain of 9.
It's Hines. And he'll field at the 48. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, let's go back to the start of the season talk, Charles. We talked about some 2-0 and 0-2 teams. You mentioned Arizona, maybe a good surprise. Houston, a bad surprise. Any other teams a surprise at this point to you?
Well, I think that I would look at the Los Angeles Rams right out of the gate at home against Dallas, opening their new stadium. Many thought Dallas would go out west and beat them. That didn't happen. Then how about the Rams going down the road this week and beating Philadelphia indecisively? This looks like a Rams team that finished 9-7 last year. It has designs on challenging for the division title. And one other team I would throw in there is a little bit of a surprise. Just by how it's gone down, how about Atlanta? I know it's tough against Seattle, tough against Dallas. Seattle was at home, but they got jumped on by Seattle. And in the Dallas game, they just gave.
And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who hits it. And he will bring this all the way up to the 30-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Looked like some hands both ways. They got it on the offense.
And sometimes there's a fine line between being the receiver and the DB, and he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incompletion that could have been an interception.
A shotgun snap for Newton. Looking for Harry. He airs. He's got a man. Complete. And all the way down to the 37. It's a big play there for the Patriots. 43 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. He's got a man. Complete. It's Julian Edelman. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
At the 24-yard line.
Newton on first down. This is White on the screen. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Patriots add on to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Extra point up and good by Folk, and it's now 21-7.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he gets this deep into Patriot territory. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. From the red zone now, Rivers. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Rivers to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Zach Pascal, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions. Have a look at it, 3rd and 10. They'll throw again. Rivers into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 7-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
A final shot before the break. Newton into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore, and he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. And this will make it into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? He'll have a first down past the 40, and finally taken down at the 44-yard line. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On the handoff, Taylor. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. A 2nd and 10 now. Third quarter action from Foxborough. To throw again. Rivers. And that'll be incomplete. Rivers took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. Third down. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive.
Got a man. It's Pittman, and he holds it in for the Colts touchdown. Michael Pittman there to make the grab. And the Colts able to get this back within a touchdown. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Extra point splits the uprights. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14.
Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it.
25-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Now a pass dropped off here for James White. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
37-yard
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
On 2nd and 12, Newton. That's complete to White. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. It's a first down following a gain of 3. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. Back now in Foxborough. We get set for the 4th quarter. Patriots have the lead. They also have the football. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Back to throw. Newton. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Looking for Edelman, and he hits him. It's complete. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one good for 17 yards on fourth. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. First down. On first down, Newton to the left side and complete for Julian Edelman. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Julian Edelman, 28 yards. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. And that is the definition of yards after catch. They go short on the pass, and the receiver does the rest.
Seems so harmless, doesn't it? To throw it underneath, a short pass like that. But, boy, it gets dangerous in the hands of the right receiver as he makes a move and takes it the distance.
And his kick is good.
Makes the score Patriots 28, Colts 14.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
And a Colts first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Rivers. That's into the hands of Pascal. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Brings up second.
Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
A gain of 3 on the play. First down, Colts.
On first down, Taylor. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
Jonathan Taylor, the Colts.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes it's his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Now left side on the swing pass. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with the Indianapolis Colts.
The kickoff for Atlanta.
Younghoe Koo all set to do the honors, and we are underway from Atlanta. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Grady Jarrett on the stop.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
The tackle made.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Yards on the play. First down, Indianapolis.
To throw, Rivers. Complete to Hilton. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one goes for 24 yards.
First down.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Hines, his first carry, and they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down in the backfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12. At the
on 2nd and 12, Rivers.
This will be taken in by Michael Pittman.
And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 28. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
1st and 10, Taylor now.
And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
The ball carrier.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. Shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And 8 yards.
How about to start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown run. And the Colts take it right down and score on the opening drive. They got to love that. 9-play drive results in 6 points.
That means they're doing the dictating. That means that they've described how the game's going to go. They're playing at their tempo, at their pace. If you're on the other side of the ball, if you're playing defense, defense is not methodical. They've got to go in there and shake things up and create a little havoc.
Sanchez now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 23. From the gun, it's Ryan. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
At the 38-yard line.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll throw on first down with Ryan. He completes it to Jones.
Options galore here. Second and a few inches.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
7. Falcons, nothing.
In need of only about the length of the football here on second down.
Play action. It's Ryan. Battle for it here, and this will be caught. And they'll get him to the ground, and he has another first down at the Colts' 15-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. They set up the screen to Hill. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. 2nd and 5 now. Rivers, and the catch made by Hilton. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a first down.
22 yards. And a Colts first down.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46. On the handoff, this is Taylor. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Three yards to go on second down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. From the gun, it's Taylor.
And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Looking middle, and that's complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 17 more yards. They had 17 on the previous snap as well. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal. Second and goal from the 1. They hand off to their big tight end. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Colts have taken the lead.
And that drive we just saw that culminated in a touchdown, exactly what many offenses are looking for. Sustained ones that can impose their will on the other team.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
19-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Here's Gurley now out of the gun. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Looking downfield for Jones. It's caught inside the 25. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Ryan. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Ryan. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Hey, CD, let's peer ahead to week 3 on the NFL slate. I'm looking down at the schedule here, seeing what catches my eye. How about the Rams at Buffalo? That's a pretty good game. A couple of 2-0 teams. Dallas at Seattle. What else do you have?
Well, how about Green Bay at New Orleans on Sunday night? We always talk about quarterback matchups that we'd love to see more of. You don't get to see very often Aaron Rodgers and Drew Brees, and this could be the last time if Drew Brees indeed heads towards retirement after this season. And how about the one that's going to cap off the weekend? Kansas City at Baltimore.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, how big is that one, right? Because there are a number of us who think that this is a preview.
And a throw for Pittman is intercepted.
Picked off by Darquez Dennard. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Crew able to connect on the extra point. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fields this way up at the 17. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
30-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they're going to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
26-yard.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now, 1st and 10 at their own 22.
He'll set up to throw from the gun.
Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
On the pickup, brings up
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. ask Gurley. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Gurley, the ball carrier. Danico Autry on the stop.
It's a foot race. The 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley, 68 yards. And the Falcons have broken our tie.
Young Wake.
As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts. Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Takes it at the 7. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Again, it's Taylor. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
7 yards there and a first down.
At the 44-yard line. A gain of 7. And the Colts first down.
Rivers is going to fake the give to Taylor and set up to throw it.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just...
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Falcons use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
Takes it at the 7. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window? Weaving through traffic, and now he's free.
I'm going to show you, man.
Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Jonathan Taylor.
His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts have got it back to a one-score game. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.